these platforms: X at OGTV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the details of the news. President Bola Tinubu has flagged off the 56.5-kilometer dualization of the Ibadan-Ijebu-Ode road in both Oyo and Ogun State. Speaking during the flag-off ceremony held at the Dianyore in Ibadan, President Tinubu promised to complement the project, which is expected to be completed within the next 36 months. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu report.
According to President Bola Tinubu, the flag of 56.5-kilometer dualization of the Ibadan-Ijebu-Ode road in both Oyo and Ogun states is a project in line with the renewed hope agenda of his administration, which he said moves beyond promises into practical action. He notes that the project would improve mobility, strengthen commerce, and create new possibilities for the people. The president, represented by Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, emphasized that the road extends beyond two states, adding that the Ibadan-Ijebu-Ode corridor is one of the strategic areas in Southwest. He affirmed that in the last 3 years of his administration, 47 roads have been constructed in the Southwest, including the 750 kilometers Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road, which he said has unlocked the economic benefits and the potential of the coastal line of Lagos, Ogun, and Ondo State in the Southwest, and in all the other 14 states in the southern part of Nigeria.
This project, awarded to Messrs. JRB Construction Company Limited, covers approximately 58 kilometers of dual carriageway when it's constructed, translating to about 116 kilometers of single carriageway. It will be executed using continuous reinforced concrete pavements, reflecting the determination of the federal government to deliver a road that offers durability, safety, and long-term value.
While noting that farmers, traders, students, transporters, workers, manufacturers, and families for decades have been dependent on the corridor, President Tinubu noted that when the road is completed and starts functioning effectively, it will ensure that commerce and productivity work better.
The review of agenda is founded on the conviction that government must be measured by its impact on the daily lives of the people. It must be seen in roads that connect communities, jobs that sustain families, farms that feed the nation, schools that prepare our children, hospitals that preserve life, and opportunities that enable citizens to fulfill their aspirations.
In his remarks, the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, Senator David Umahi, said that there is no existing road the federal government is not working on across the country, adding that the Ibadan-Abeokuta road has been abandoned for ages before President Tinubu directed that it should be reconstructed, while also affirming that every road the administration of President Tinubu approves and builds has a lifespan of not less than 100 years. Umahi added that the 56 kilometers Oyo-Ogbomoso project is over 80% done.
It's a welcome development, and I believe that the people within this corridor will be very grateful to Mr. President. And Shagamu-Iberu Road 24 kilometers, that's been fully completed. Out of 47 kilometers of the projects, major projects of roads and bridges in Southwest, we have completed 12 that are listed in this book. And among them is the beautiful Shagamu interchange to flyover.
There were goodwill messages from Olubad of Ibadan, Oba Rashid Ladoja, Ebumawe of Agowe, Oba Razak Adenuga, as well as a member House of Representatives, Honorable Joseph Adebeson, amongst others.
The people of Ibadan land, the people of Oyo State, take this opportunity to thank Mr. President for all he has been doing for us, and we believe, whether you don't take this or not, doesn't matter what the minister and the staff of the president for us has said that they are very, very grateful, and we retaliate from the election. When they are going to Ibadan, otherwise, they have to apply through Ibadan Express and enjoy good rule of my excellency, who has transformed all the roads in that artist to get to Ijebu with appreciation of what President Bola Tinubu has come up with this new initiative that we are doing. We sincerely appreciate the federal government commitment to the project and all that the work is sustained to completion. Given the enormous economic, social, and development importance of this road, our people and the wider region.
The dualization of the Ibadan-Ijebu road, both in Oyo and Ogun State, is among many other projects embarked upon by President Tinubu-led administration, especially in the southwest, to improve the economic landscape of the country. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
The International Fund for Agricultural Development says Ogun State has led in funding and creating an enabling environment for farmers to thrive, collaborate and diversify. Celebrating the International Year of Women Farmers in collaboration with the federal and Ogun State government under the Special Agro-Industrial Zones and the Value Chain Development Program, IFAD Country Coordinator Hajia Saudatu Salaudin also commended the place of pride given to women farmers by the Ogun State government. Fowora Adesanwo report.
The 2026 International Year of Women Farmers was elaborately celebrated with huge encouragement to women farmers in Ogun State. Country Coordinator, International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, Hajia Saidatu Salaudin, says Ogun State has taken the lead in agricultural development with the desired political will.
Whenever the government of Ogun State government is called upon to provide support, it is always readily available to provide whatever support it is required in regards to supplies, farming input supplies, training, and also ensuring that they are being monitored.
In a sustained effort to continually recognize and empower women farmers in the state, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, in collaboration with federal and state governments under the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones, SAPZ program and the Value Chain Development Program, VCDP, dedicated the year 2026 to celebrating women farmers across various agricultural value chains.
Nowadays, being recognized nationwide as women that are supposed to be and that are being given the opportunity, it is something that we really appreciate with the government and with IFAD and VCDP.
Farming is not for the weak. Agriculture is not for the weak. Sometimes you try, you fall, you try, you fall. You have to just always get up and keep trying. I think that is what I have done.
Give grant to them once in a while for reflationary package for them so that they can ease them. Because when they take loan here, they take loan there, everything, that thing will be burden on their head.
The initiative indeed encourages women farmers who receive special awards and gifts.
We are encouraging the young ladies to come into it by providing them training. If you want to go into production, if you want to go into marketing, all the aspects that the value chain that we have in agriculture.
I'm assuring you that we have started today, then definitely it will continue every year.
The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Nebubolu Owotomo, was represented at the event by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Mrs. Lydia Fajumbo, who emphasizes the import of women in agricultural development and food security.
We shall continue to work with SAPZ to ensure that women farmers in Ogun State have better access to opportunities across the agricultural value chain.
Rabu Waliu Owode, the Chairman, House Committee on Agriculture, says more interesting packages are in the pipeline for farmers in Ogun State. Adefowora Adesanwo, OGTV News.
President Bola Tinubu has approved the immediate preparation of a comprehensive national threat assessment and a 5-year strategic defense operations plan to strengthen coordination among Nigeria's defense, intelligence and security agencies. The initiative is expected to provide a clear assessment of the country's security challenges, identify operational gaps, and establish a coordinated framework for tackling emerging and existing threats. Olaide Oloye Sholuade sampled the views of security experts on the initiative. A report.
Nigeria's security landscape continues to face challenges, including terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, communal violence, and emerging cyber threats. Against this backdrop, the National Threat Assessment being prepared by an 11-member committee is expected to provide a comprehensive picture of the threats confronting the country and the resources required to tackle them.
Now, this is all part of the robust plan that Mr. President has to ensure that the security of lives and property for Nigerians is further guaranteed.
Security analysts say the success of the initiative will depend on effective implementation, adequate funding, intelligence sharing, and sustained coordination among security agencies.
You must know what do we require in terms of men and material. What are the capabilities? What are the gap in our capability? Then what we need to do. That's basically what the threat assessment is all about. And when I say, okay, good, let's put measures in place for the next 5 years that will assist us in achieving all this. But that does not mean that in 5 years, we didn't have any whatever, we rejig. Do you understand? And then maybe you need more resources.
The assessment is also expected to establish a common understanding of security threats, determine the urgency, and set clear operational priorities for responding to them.
Insecurity is taking a lot out of this country. Insecurity is diverting the financial capacity of Nigeria in such a way that so many things are suffering. Our economy is suffering, infrastructural developments are suffering. We must commend the President for taking this action, and we believe that at the end of the day, the implementation will actually come to reality. And then we'll go back to that particular level which we have always been clamoring for.
However, experts say funding, accountability, and the ability of security agencies to sustain the strategy amid changing security realities will remain to its success.
I actually commend the presidency and the government of Nigeria for this noble initiative. It is a very good one, but it is come up with this plan. We also have to ensure that every process of its implementation is well followed and that it is not being politicized. Because aside from allocating the needed resources for the implementation of this plan, we also have to ensure that it's at the end of the day in such a way effectiveness and what the intention was will not be achieved at the end of the day.
If that can happen so rapidly that everybody feels insecure, I think we can envisage what can happen in the future. So it's better to plan, it's better to relate with the indigenous establishments, with the kings, with the royal fathers, religious organizations. It's good to go into the nooks and the corners and gather information and strengthen the plan towards curbing such in the future.
With the committee expected to submit the National Threat Assessment and Strategic Defense Operations Plan within 90 days, attention will shift from policy formulation to implementation. For many Nigerians, the real test will be whether the strategy translates into stronger intelligence gathering, faster response to threats, and improved safety and security across the country. Olaide Oloye Sholuade, OGTV News.
Issue-based campaigns devoid of dangerous or divisive rhetorics capable of causing political tension should dominate the political scene as different political parties seek the vote of the electorate. This view was expressed by the people while speaking on the commencement of presidential and National Assembly election campaigns. Matthew Shawmi completes the report.
Nigerians now have the opportunity of listening to the programs and policies of those who seek to govern them as campaigns get underway for the President and National Assembly elections. As the issue of subsidy removal comes to the front burner, the need for issue-based campaigns and adherence to the rule of the game have become a major concern for the stakeholders.
When the president came, he said he's going to remove subsidy. He's gone right from day one. He removed the subsidy. Now somebody said, okay, I'm going to bring back the subsidy. So let the debate be around what are the merits and demerits.
I'm sure of APC have carefully selected those that will be in charge of the campaign. One will be looking up to having issue-based campaign. I mean, they should come out to convince the electorate why the electorate supposed to vote for them and what they have done.
So if the candidate of one other political party said, when I get here, I will return subsidy. Remember very well that the candidate that is talking is a former vice president of this country. He knows that during their regime, they didn't remove subsidy. So if he said, when we return it, everything will be okay, that is to him. You understand? If you, in power now, said to remove subsidy, people will enjoy, and you remove it.
The electorates have important role to play in shaping the narratives and ensuring robust engagements of the programs and policy of the different political parties.
Nigerians are well convinced of the genuine intention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to run government. He has creditably impacted in the lives of Nigerians. He has touched all sects of. He has taken the bold step to remove the subsidy, stepped on people's toes, which is just the best for Nigerians.
Our focus is towards 2027 general election to make sure that Nigeria get it right, and to make sure that Ogun State get it right towards 2027 election. Our election is the case study of what we are waiting for and what we are planning for, what we are expecting 2027 election.
According to the people, the electoral umpire also has important roles to play in ensuring strict adherence to the rule.
So the vote buying, all these things again need to be stopped. That is our own concern as a body of Interparty Advisory Council. We want a very good election. Don't tell us there's a glitch in machine, there's this thing in machine. We still have almost more than 6 to 7 months now for before election. All your machine, bring them out. Call the doctor to repair all the machine.
The political scene will no doubt witness series of activities in the days ahead, and the citizens cannot afford to sit on the fence as their involvement will help manage the political tempo. Matthew Show-Me, OGTV News.
Still ahead, body of popular Nollywood actor Taiwo Hassan laid to rest as President Tinubu describes his death as great loss. More news and report after the break.
This your 100%
Glad to know you are still there. This is the second segment of the news. Advertisements are an essential part of modern business, informing consumers about products and services while helping brands compete for attention. But when the target audience is children, questions arise about how much influence advertising has on young minds. From colorful television commercials to social media promotions, cartoons, jingles, and celebrity endorsement, children are increasingly exposed to advertising messages. In a special report, Ayodeji Tomori Odlowome examines whether advertising to children is simply entertainment or a subtle form of manipulation.
Bright colors, catchy songs, popular cartoon characters, and familiar faces. These are some of the techniques commonly used by advertisers to attract.
It encourages it. It boosts their knowledge of the whatever topic they are doing, because in school they use a lot of teaching aids.
You know, there's a way some people will advertise their things, and it will be a kind of give the children interest of saying, Mom, I want this, or kids around you will say, I want this. I won't say it's being manipulative.
When you are communicating, maybe the communication is directed maybe at the parents. But there's that element of personal power where you go into the store and the child sees it and says, what? My friend, they are taking this, they want it.
For advertisers, children represent an important market. They are not only consumers themselves, they can also influence household purchasing decisions. Marketing experts say this is why advertisers carefully design messages that appeal to children's emotion, imagination, and curiosity.
And really, when you come to communication, you are looking at who is the bullseye, who are you communicating to? Are you communicating to the mother, or are you communicating to the child? I'm not sure there's any communication that actually is directly at the children.
Ethical considerations, then we now look at the regulatory aspects. Now, in Nigeria today, every ad goes through vetting process. And once it goes through that vetting process, you can hardly ever have any of such ad being manipulative.
Advertisers, on the other hand, maintain that responsible advertising can inform and entertain without exploiting children. The debate, therefore, is not necessarily about whether children should be exposed to advertising, but where the boundaries should be drawn.
Before any advertisement is put out there, it is the duty of ACON to vet the materials. So that is why it is important that we insist that all materials are vetted.
So one of the things that is critical to advertising is that it must be legal, it must be decent, it must be truthful, and it must not include claims. So when you're talking about advertisement for children, it's a special area.
As advertising continues to evolve from television screens to smartphones and social media platforms, the question remains, is advertising to children simply entertainment, or has entertainment become a powerful tool for manipulation? Perhaps the answer lies in striking a balance between commercial freedom, responsible advertising, parental guidance, and protecting young minds from undue influence. Ayodeji Tomori Olowome, OGTV News.
Ogun State House of Assembly has re-invited one Mr. Ayobada over his failure to honor the initial invitation extended to him by the Assembly to respond to an allegation containing a petition concerning his plan to installation as the Olumagbon of Imagbon, Ishararemo, in Remo North local government area of the state. The Chairman, House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Jemili Akingbade, represented by Honorable Lusheun Adesoya, issued the invitation while considering a petition titled Urgent Appeal to Prevent a Breach of Peace over the unlawful appointment and imposition of Mr. Ayo Bada as Olumagbo of Imagbo Shabaremo. House Committee Chairman, while directing him to appear on the 1st September 2026 at 10 in the morning, warned that failure to honor the invitation, the Assembly would not hesitate to invoke the relevant sections of the nation's constitution to issue a warrant of arrest to compel him to attend the meeting. According to the committee, the petition was brought by the Bales and the representatives of the 33 villages constituting Imagbo community through their solicitors, Nafadeji and Onofadeji, who alleged that Bada's appointment was made without proper consultation with the community and questioned his eligibility to occupy the stool. The House Committee also directed the chairman and secretary of Remanas Local Government Council, representatives of Akaribu of Remaland, as well as that of the Odemo of Ishara, to attend the meeting on the said date. The Moyegbesto of Ijabut Itele, Oba Muftao Kasali, has called for amicable resolution of land matters within different parties so as to maintain the peaceful relationship among the people. The people came on the heels of land dispute between a section of people and Ikongba, Agoro, Imodi, and Imoso communities. Margaret Okunola was at press conference addressed by the monarch. A report.
This development follows an earlier press briefing by the people and traditional leaders of Ikongba, Agoro, Imodi, and Imoso communities, who had called on the government and security agencies to intervene in what they described as alleged land grabbing activities in their communities. In the course of the agitation, some of the communities also alleged that certain traditional rulers in Ijebu land were backing or sponsoring the activities of the alleged land grabbers. This development now places renewed emphasis on the need for the disputed claims to be verified. Hence, this briefing by the family and the individuals involved.
Ìkàngbá yẹn jẹ́ ìlú bàbá mi. Ìyá bàbá mi náà Ìkàngbá yẹn náà ni. Adẹ̀ni lẹ́mbẹ̀ àní everything bẹ̀.
Láti Ìkàngbá ilé ta sọ yẹn tí wọ́n ti lọ tẹ̀lé Súkàgbàpò, àwọn náà ni wọ́n mú èèyàn lọ síbẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń bá wọn dáko tí wọ́n wá ń ṣe irúlé síbẹ̀ láti máa wà níbẹ̀. So láti Ìkàngbá ilé lọ ti máa lọ inspect wọn lọ.
The land that we are talking about in Ìkàngbá, it is our forefather land. It is an inherit. We migrate from Ìkàngbá ilé. The Ìkàngbá is now being Itaosu in Ijebu-Ode. So the Ìkàngbá where we are talking about is their farm then, and they are farming. So anybody who wants to claim a portion of land or anything in Ìkàngbá should be at Ìkàngbá. You must have house there. You must have a family house in Ìkàngbá. It must belong to a king.
Moyegeso of Ijebu-Itele, Oba Muftao Kasali, responds publicly to clarify his position.
The way forward is always peace, as far as I'm concerned. I'm a very peaceful fellow. I don't want problem. Tí àwọn tó bá wà lọ́hùn tó bá need the way forward, let's fix a meeting and sit down and all of us show what we have, each people's claim, instead of going to court.
Oba Kasali called for peace and calm, while urging parties to seek a path of peaceful resolution that will protect the rights of legitimate landowners, uphold the rule of law, and preserve peace in the affected communities. Margaret Okunola, OGTV News.
Renowned security expert and entrepreneur Olori Omoba Otumba Adejare Ruwan Adegbenro has been recognized as an icon of humanitarian and national development. The honor celebrates his decades of selfless service and contributions to the nation building. The Otumba Laje of Owu Kingdom received the prestigious award at the Nigeria's Most Influential Awards, NMIA 2026. The event was organized by Glamour Magazine and held at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja. The award ceremony drew dignitaries, captains of industry, and notable figures from across the country. It was aimed at celebrating Nigerians who have made outstanding impact in leadership, philanthropy, and social development. Surrounded by friends, family, and well-wishers, Otumba Adegbenro was presented with the award in recognition of his commitment to uplifting communities and supporting vulnerable groups over the years. In his acceptance speech, the old chief expressed gratitude to the organizers and promised to sustain his philanthropic effort. He said the honor would spur him to do more for humanity and contribute his quota to Nigeria's development. The NMIA Awards have over the years honored distinguished Nigerians whose works continue to inspire positive change. With this latest recognition, Otumba Adegbenro joins the list of eminent personalities celebrated for service to the nation. The remains of veteran Nollywood actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, have been laid to rest in his country home in Laro in US South local government area of Ogun State amid tears and tribute. People from all walks of life, including his colleagues in the film industry, family members, friends, and well-wishers, thronged the Ashade Agunloye Pavilion to pay their final respect to the late actor. Bumi Adegun was there and completes the report.
The quiet town of Ilaru under Yewa South local government area of Ogun State has been thrown into mourning. This is where the veteran Nollywood actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, will be buried. End of an era as people from all walks of life thronged Ilaru to pay their last respects to veteran Nollywood actor, a gifted chanter, a father, and a respected community man, Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo. It was a long procession from the central mosque in Ilaro, where his remains were received, through the streets of Ilaro to the Ashade Agunloye Pavilion, where scores of mourners gathered to bid the famous actor farewell. It was a sea of heads as people from far and near gathered, some to mourn, others to pay their respects, and many simply to witness the final moments of a man whose name is synonymous with the Nigerian film industry. Different Islamic clerics were on hand to offer prayers and tributes. Some had personal relationships with the deceased and described him as a devoted Muslim who lived a fulfilled life, while reminding the gathering of the importance of living a life worthy of remembrance. Representatives of the Lagos and Ogun State governments also joined the gathering. They eulogized Taiwo Hassan for his contributions to the creative industry and for being a worthy ambassador of both states, Ogun, where he hailed from, and Lagos, where he spent many years of his life and career.
Taiwo Hassan was more than an actor. He was a custodian of culture, a gifted storyteller, and a proud ambassador of heritage.
A proud Yoruba, somebody that everybody, when you see him, you feel like, oh, this person is my brother. Today, we are mourning him, but believe that we are all learning from him.
Then came the moment for the final prayer. The atmosphere suddenly became solemn as the gathering fell silent in honor of the deceased. It was a final goodbye And for those who share the close bond with Ogogo, the pain of losing a friend, colleague, mentor, and brother was difficult to conceal.
He was a complete gentleman, a man that has impacted in the life of so many people positively. He's a very good man. It encompasses a lot of things. He was a very straightforward person. An easygoing actor. We both come from the same state. He's from Ilaro, I'm from Abeokuta, but we love each other.
Well, I don't know what I will say that people will not think I am exaggerating. He was a gentleman. I can tell you that Tai was so nice.
Well, some of us in the industry who share our faith is one of those ones. He was committed to God in his profession, humble, very, very humble, and so it was a great pain for us.
As the remains of Taiwo Hassan were finally committed to Mother Earth, tears flowed and memories filled the air for a man who spent decades entertaining millions and touching lives beyond the screen. The applause may have ended, but his legacy lives on. From Ilaro, his hometown, this story is not just about the death of an actor. It is about the closing chapter of a remarkable life, a life that left an indelible mark on Nollywood, his community, his colleagues, and the countless people who knew and loved him. Bumi Adigun, OGTV News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has expressed sadness over the death of veteran Yoruba actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, describing his passing as a major loss to the Yoruba film industry, Nollywood, and Nigeria's wider creative sector. In a condolence message issued by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nonuga, Tinubu extended his sympathies to the actor's family, colleagues, friends, and admirers. The president described Ogogo as a gifted entertainer whose decades-long career contributed significantly to the development of Yoruba theatre and Nigerian cinema. Tinubu also commended the late actor for using his craft to promote Nigerian stories and preserve the country's cultural heritage. He described Ogogo's death as a significant loss to his family and the creative industry. The president, on behalf of the federal government, condoled with the bereaved family and others affected by the actor's death. May his soul rest on. Business news is next when we return to stay with us.